And welcome back. Well, more Americans are taking to the seas to see the world more than ever before. In fact, cruising is up 4.4% over last year alone. Joining us live from London with a brand new option is Carolyn Spencer Brown, the Cruise Critic editor-in-chief, and she's sailing on the Viking Star's maiden voyage. Good morning, or rather, should we say good afternoon to you?
Well, good morning to you, Tiffany.
Thanks for being with us. This is an interesting new take on a ship. This is really kind of the industry listening to the demands of the travelers. Why is it so different on the ship that you're on?
Well, I think that the big ships that we've heard about, the snazzy features, the roller coaster water pipe things, they're fabulous for a certain market. But I think what we're seeing at Cruise Critic is a resurgence in interest in small ship cruising. And this is from travelers who maybe felt that cruising wasn't for them because they want to see small places. They want to get off the beaten track, so to speak. They want to be travelers rather than tourists. And maybe the cruise wasn't for them. And what they're seeing with small ship cruising is it may well be for you.
Well, we're looking at some beautiful pictures of the ship inside. What's specifically different about this line's offerings?
Well, Viking Ocean is basically taken what it was very successful at with Viking Rivers, which did inland waterways, and it's transferred it to the oceans, and that's what's unique about it. It's a more inclusive kind of experience. Lots of things included with your cruise fare, so you're not constantly pulling out to pay for Wi-Fi, drinks, self-serve laundry. There's a free shore excursion at every port. So I think the value proposition is a really strong one, but I think the most important thing that Viking represents is and other lines represent as well, is this need for real experiences in exotic places in which you're comfortable. You're not packing, you're not unpacking, but you don't feel like a number. You feel like a very valued part of a neighborhood as opposed to being in a small city.
This is the first new cruise line in more than a decade. What does this mean for someone then who's considering a cruise?
Well, it's also the first cruise line to debut with brand new ships, and I apologize, but I'm passionate about cruise, so I'm a bit of a geek when that comes in. But and Disney was the last line to debut with brand new ships that it purpose designed. So what it means for Viking Ocean's debut is that it's purposefully designed its new ships to reflect the sensibility that it wants to be a cozy, elegant home away from home, but it wants you to focus on the things that you're seeing in ports of call, and I think that's a neat combination.
So you really feel like these kinds of smaller ships lend to a better experience for travelers who really want to get off and have those intimate moments at the destinations, right?
Yeah, and I think for a long time this intimate experience was limited to luxury-priced cruise ships and cruise trips. And sure, you can still find plenty of luxury-priced cruise trips. What's different about Viking and others in this sort of what we call the luxury-like category is that you do have the luxury of visiting small places, feeling very special, very comfortable and elegant, surrounds, but you can be as independent a traveler as you want to be.
So what kind of tips do you have for people who are looking for last-minute deals or want to make sure that it fits within their budget to try a cruise?
I definitely think you should look at what's included in the cruise fare. I think that's the most important thing, so that there are no surprises. In some cases, cruising, there can be a lot of extra sodas, wine at dinner, casinos, spas, shore excursions. You want to look and see what do you want to pay, but most importantly, before you do anything, is do your homework. And I've got to say that doing homework for a cruise trip is about the most fun homework can ever be. I love it. Go to a site like Cruise Critic, read about what other people are saying about trips, learn about what a first time is, look for deals, and make sure before you sign on the bottom line that you are picking a cruise line that fits with your travel personality, whatever that is.
Do you prefer all-inclusive where you don't have to tip or anything?
Well, that's really nice too. I mean, there's inclusive and there's less inclusive where everything is extra, but the cruise fare is a lot less. And it's more important. The biggest tip for saving money is to make sure you value your vacation time and you pick the right line for you.
I love it. I love your enthusiasm, Carolyn. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Here's the website so you can find out more about Viking. It's vikingcruises.com for more information.